Carol from next door sees it first. Tuesday morning, 8 a.m., a man in a polo shirt hammering a sign into your front lawn. For sale. She stops walking her dog. She stands there a full 10 seconds, staring, and you watch her from the kitchen window. The window you've washed every spring for 34 years. You know exactly what she's thinking, because everyone on this street thinks it. They must be struggling. Poor guy. First the job ends, then the house goes. She waves at you a little too kindly. You wave back. She has no idea that inside that house, at the kitchen table, sits a legal pad with a number on it. And the number is the best-kept secret on the street. You're 68 years old, and you're about to make the smartest financial move of your life, while your whole neighborhood quietly feels sorry for you. Here's what nobody saw. 4 bedrooms, 2 people. Your knees stopped loving the stairs around 64. The property tax bill came in January. $6,400. Up again. The furnace was on year 19 of a 15-year life. The roof had maybe 5 summers left, and roofs don't ask permission. They send invoices. You did the honest math on the legal pad one night in February. Taxes, insurance, heat, repairs, the guy who does the gutters now, because ladders are a young man's game. $19,000 a year. To live in rooms you don't enter. The house was worth $485,000, and it was costing you a fifth of your retirement income to keep the lights on in bedrooms where nobody sleeps. There's a phrase for it, and you hated it the first time you heard it. House rich, cash poor. You looked around the kitchen and realized you weren't living in a home anymore. You were the unpaid caretaker of a museum. Admission? Free. Upkeep? Everything. You didn't decide in February. Nobody decides in February, because this is the house where the pencil marks on the pantry door still climb the frame. Emma, age 6. Emma, age 9. Emma, age 12, taller than her brother and insufferable about it. This is the house with the dent in the garage wall from the day Michael learned that brakes and gas are different pedals. 34 Christmases. 1 kitchen table. Your wife found you at 2 a.m. one night, just standing in Emma's old room. And she didn't say anything, because there was nothing to say. Here's the part nobody warns you about. You're not selling a building. You're admitting a chapter is over. The kids aren't coming back to live here. The grandkids visit twice a year for 3 days. You kept the museum open for visitors, who mostly send photos instead. It took 4 months and 1 bad furnace repair. $2,300 on a Sunday in April, before you finally said it out loud at dinner. What exactly are we waiting for? The house sold in 9 days. $485,000, full ask. And here's the part your neighbors will never know, the part that belongs on the legal pad. Because you'd lived there as a married couple, the government let you keep every dollar of the gain, up to $500,000, tax-free. No capital gains, not a cent. The condo across town, 2 bedrooms, 1 floor, 11 minutes from your daughter, cost $232,000. Run the numbers the way you ran them that night. $485,000 in, $232,000 out. Closing costs, movers, the new couch your wife had waited 11 years for. You wired $228,000 into the retirement accounts on a Thursday afternoon, and your annual housing cost fell from $19,000 to $7,100. Condo fee, taxes, insurance. Done. No roof, no furnace, no gutters guy. Your portfolio grew by 1/3 in 1 signature. The street thought you downsized because you had to. You downsized because you finally did the math the street refuses to do. The moving truck comes on a Wednesday, and it doesn't matter that the math works. The math doesn't carry boxes. You take the pantry door off its hinges, the actual door. The movers exchange a look. You pretend not to see it. Some things aren't staying behind for a stranger to paint over. The last hour, the house is empty, and empty houses have an echo that occupied houses never have. You walk every room once. You stand in the kitchen where 34 years of Tuesday dinners happened, and you put your hand flat on the counter one time, like saying goodbye to a horse. Carol watches the truck pull out from behind her curtains. That night, in the condo, surrounded by boxes, your wife cries. Then she laughs at herself. Then she cries again. You order pizza to a new address, and the driver can't find it, and somehow that, a lost pizza, is the thing that almost breaks you both. Nobody tells you the best decisions still cost something. You pay it, it's real, pay it anyway. 6 months later, a Tuesday. You wake up in a home where every room gets used. Coffee at a small table by a big window. No stairs, your knees noticed before you did. In January, the property tax bill comes, $2,100. You read it twice, then put it on the fridge like a kid's report card. When the storm knocks shingles loose across town in March, you drink coffee and watch the rain, because the roof is the condo association's problem, and that sentence is worth more than the couch. The freed up money throws off income now. Quiet, boring, monthly. Your daughter is 11 minutes away, which means Thursday dinners, which means your granddaughter thinks your new building's elevator is the greatest machine ever built. Here's what you actually sold. 4 bedrooms. Here's what you actually bought. Thursdays. You run into Carol at the grocery store in the fall. She asks, gently, the way people ask the recently downsized, "So, how are you two holding up?" And you say, "Better than ever." She doesn't believe you. You can see it. And it doesn't matter at all. Because there's a for sale sign on her lawn now, too. The furnace, she says, and the stairs, and the taxes. She asks if you have your realtor's number. Everyone does the math eventually. Some people just pay $19,000 a year for a few extra years of not doing it. The house was never the wealth. The house was where the wealth was hiding,